Liza. Hi, good afternoon. Congratulations for coming. Thank you very much for submitting yourself for the post conference.
Yes.
Please take your seat. You know what? I'm so happy that you come for the post observation conference of the class observations that you did last October 2 in your kindergarten class. I would just like to tell you that this conversation of ours today is our video recorded. Why? Because I want to see how we talk each other, and the data that is also gathered will serve as my reference for me to analyze, to self-reflect, or of how well I am in giving the post-observation conference. This is actually for future use. Okay. We will talk about what transpired in the class observations that I did last October 2. Are you now ready?
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about the strong points first. No? Yeah. I will give you also time to talk about which you think strong points for you. In the kindergarten class, we know for the fact that the routine activities for the arrival time is already laid down in an enhanced teacher's guide. Congratulations, it was followed, and there's an evidence of maximum participation among your kindergarten learners. One thing also is the supervised recess. It is a controlled activity. It was systematically done because the pupils were intact while eating their snacks. Okay, so after the recess is the story time, and I thank you for including my suggestions in your story time, wherein the material that you use during reading time includes words that would fix the skills in work period 1, words that starts with letter G. And also, in the story, you made mention also of some activities or some words there that can be used as a springboard for your work period 2 skill, which is the development of numerals 0 to 6. Okay, the story time material really is a developmentally appropriate material that talks about the message of the day. Congratulations for that. And also, in the development of numeracy materials, which the learning checkpoints talks about that the learner should be able to identify numerals 0 to 6. You were able to use manipulatives, wherein the learners were able to have a hands-on activity in the development of numeracy skills. One thing I like you most is that in meeting time 3, you were able to wrap up the 3 hours lesson. No? Before you dismiss the pupils, there was a wrap up that is being given to pupils for them to remind what transpires in that day. So again, thank you, congratulations. And now, I am also ready to listen to you. Items which you think also your strong points.
So, in my own opinion, my strengths or my strong points during my demonstration were the first, that I deliver and follow the blocks of time which requires by the DepEd, which I think that I give my best
Yeah, okay.
delivering those blocks of time. And second, I created a song that fit or which is related to the theme of the day and which the learners enjoy.
Yeah, okay. I was able to recognize the
Yes,
song.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Then the third, ma'am, which I think my strong point is that I give all the patience that I can to my learners,
Yeah.
which the kindergarten teacher required to have.
Yeah, very good. Yes, we know for the fact that kindergarten learners who are
Oh, yes, ma'am.
who are hard to 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 be kuwan ba to manage
Yes, ma'am.
because of their behavior, no?
Especially when they have short attention
Oh, short
span.
attention span. Yes, I also agree with what you've said, no? And also the song, it helped a lot in especially in the transition activities before to start the next block of time. Yes. But though we already have planned all the activities before the demonstration, I still have some points which I think we need to improve. Just a few items, and I want you to also react or explain to me if my observations are not is not correct, or you need to justify why it happened. Okay, and the purpose of taking notes of those areas that needs improvement is for our next cycle of clinical observation. Sige. So, I have here, I've analyzed the flow of your class, and I found this in the questioning style that during meeting time, yes, you're able to ask the students questions that should be asked as a motivation question. But I think we have to improve on the manner of letting the pupils answer the questions. I think you've asked the questions just once or twice, and since nobody answered the question, you give them a clue by saying the first syllable of the word. So if possible, we can rephrase questions so that it should be the children who can really think of the word that is an answer to your question. Are you okay with that? So I think let's do away having word completion or syllable by starting the answers with the first syllable, no? Yeah, let the pupils continue the word. Okay, so another thing is in the story, during your story time, you've asked comprehension questions. Pupils were seated there while you're reading the story, and then questions were asked during reading. But because of some learners are not paying attention so much, you only address your questions to those who are paying attention. I think next time it is much better if we also throw questions to those who are not paying attention to catch their focus. Okay, can we do it next time?
Yes,
Let's try. Okay. One thing also in the classroom management, most of the questions were thrown to everyone, not to a specific pupil. Are you aware of that? That's why most of the time pupils are answering in chorus. So let's have some limitations to that. And also, I've observed also learners who are going to the CR, washing their hands, any time of your class. So I think we have to set rules, no? Yeah, those rules should be repeated every day so that that will become a habit. Are you okay with that?
Yes,
Sige. And also in the lesson presentation, especially in the development of numeracy scale 0 to 6, each group were given one set of 6 objects. Yeah. Considering that a group is composed of 10 or 9 pupils, and we only have one set of materials, so therefore, 1 or 2 learners are manipulating the materials, the others are doing other thing. Have you observed? Okay. So I think we have to improve that one next time. One thing also, as during our pre-planning, we've agreed to have the work period 1 activities to be switched. This, have you remembered that? So for the first group, teacher supervised, and the next group is independent practice. And you forgot to switch the activity, so therefore, you're able to finish only 20 minutes instead of 40 minutes for the work period 1. I think you forgot.
Yes, ma'am. Due to my...
Are you nervous that time?
Yes, very,
Okay,
very
next.
nervous.
Sige. And also, during your indoor activities, it is a game.
Yes,
You wanted to have 2 groups. So pupils were lined up in just a small corner. And that is why other learners are not concentrated on the game. Instead, next time, it is better that the other group will stay on the other side and the other group on the other side. And then instructions should be emphasized clearly that that is a group activity. You have to huddle and talk about it before performing the action. Yeah, so because it is graded by group. And what happened, it becomes an individualized activity. And also, you always give the instruction or the command without checking the actions whether it is correct or not. Are you aware?
Yes.
Okay. So I think that's all for the points that we need to improve next time. What about you? Do you have also other areas that we need to improve?
So I admit, ma'am, that all of your recommendation are correct, ma'am.
Okay.
So-
Because you are nervous. Okay.
So the next time that you'll be in my room again, ma'am, so I will apply those recommendations.
Okay. So congratulations.
So one thing that I realized, ma'am, that I must improve, ma'am, is through reinforcing the students, okay? Whether it is intrinsic or extrinsic motivation, ma'am, so that I can catch their attention. Because what the learners did, ma'am, I just they call this they have short attention span
yes.
that I did not reinforce. No, so that's why the attention, mama. So that's why it become.
But then it's a success. Though there are some areas that we have to improve lang the next time.
Yes,
But if I have to evaluate it, that's a successful kindergarten class that I have observed.
And second, also, mama, that I will not be over friendly to my students. That's why, so that they will follow all my the policy, the classroom rules.
Sometimes it's good to be friendly, but I think you have to set limitations for them to limitations or set rules for them to follow.
Nice.
Okay. So I think those are the things that I'm going to share to you, and thank you very much for sharing also your thoughts and insights during the observation. Are you willing to be observed again?
Yes, yes. Ma'am.
When is the time? Could it be okay?
October 29.
Ano na?
Yes, ma'am.
Sige. Okay, so I will be back on October 29.
And rest assured, all your advices, I will be applying those to my learners.
So, as a wrap up, this will be the things that I wanted to see on October 29, next cycle of our observation. That work period 1, there should be switching or exchanging of activities into groups. Each group should experience the teacher supervised and the independent practice. And also in the development of numeracy, as much as possible, there should be enough manipulatives for enough for the learners. Yeah, learners should be the one to give the answers of the questions. You can paraphrase the questions for them to think. No, do not give them ganang mga syllable clues for the answer. And also, the last one is the rules for the learners to follow for the whole period. Those are the 4 important things that I wanted to see. The switching of the activities, the enough manipulatives for numeracy skills, and also answers to questions should come from students, and also rules to follow during within the class time. So in general, the observation is a successful one. Yeah, we hope to see you employing or taking into consideration the suggestions on our next observation by October 29.
Yes.
So, okay lang?
Ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Welcome, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.